Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. Today, we'll be talking something very important, and it's about this black woman who is a content creator. She's actually huge on TikTok, 2 point something million followers, and she has about 1.90 million likes and all that. So, I mean, from nowhere, a white woman actually told her that I love you, boy. You stay here in a white girls and all that. And she did not find that funny because they are also trying to say that she, like, that she is progressing because, I mean, she has proximity to whiteness and all that. And you all already know, like, she actually came out to tell them that she worked so hard to be where she is. And if you all know Fanny, that you also will concord that, I mean, content credit is what she does, and she does it effortlessly. And she is really very good. And she is saying that she doesn't understand why white people, like, white people are always doing that and always trying to make her look like she is hating and all that she has to work extremely very hard as a black woman to be able to match her white counterparts and all that. And she also went further to explain that she has a white friend, that her best friends are white, and why would she be hating that? It is just her working so hard to make sure that I mean, she is where she should be. And at the same time, and why are they even, like, trying to hate on her when they also had slaves, that kind of something. I mean, like, and a lot of people also share their experiences, how they were kind of let down, probably because they are black and all that. But you know what? Let's get into this video.
White girls, I'm tired of y'all always trying to play victim. Now come to the podium and let me talk to you. I do social media for a living. I have a manager. My manager has clients on her roster. My manager has white and black clients on her roster. Who do you think gets paid less, has more followers, better engagement, and can actually sell product than her white clients? Yes, that's me, top dog. I'm on Asia's roster, and I get paid less than her white clients that I have more followers and better engagement than. A lot of black women on this app, a lot of black people on this app, a lot of black creators get shitted on. When have you ever seen us in the Forbes list? We gotta have 100 million triple dipper fucking trillion dillion followers to get somewhere. Bitch, I've been doing social media for 4 years. I have 190 million likes and only 2 million followers. White girls, do not play with me like that. I'm not trying to read y'all. Y'all always wanna be a victim when you're not. You're the beauty standard. You get paid more. You do not experience anything that black and brown women experience. I will especially about this, I'm getting fucked over every day. I have to have a personality. I also have to be respectable. I have to be pretty. I have to be put together to get a fraction of the money the white girls get. And I'm gonna talk about it. I don't hate you hoes. My best friend is white. Oop, gag it. Emily, Harley, gag on it, white as fuck, Alabama white. So don't ever think I'm hating on white girls to hate on y'all because y'all white. Y'all bitches just annoy me, that's it. I don't have to hate on shit. Look at me and look at where I live and look what I just bought. Please, get it together. And stop fucking talking about me in these fucking bags. My friends deserve everything in the world, and I'ma give them to them. It's not my fault y'all friends don't give a funky fuck about y'all. And would never buy spits to put you out if you was on fire, ho. I don't play like that. So I just want to get something clear so we all on the same page, right? First, it was like Fanita's proximity to whiteness is why she has all her success. And now it's like Fanita's always hating on white people. Now, quickly, which one is it? Y'all need to decide. Y'all need to pick one. Stop straddling the fence. Huh? Do I hate y'all or love y'all? Pick one. Y'all can't keep flip-flopping. Either I hate you bitches or I love you bitches. I know I got 2 white bitches I love for sure. Harley and Emily. I don't give a fuck if you bitches think that I'm hating on white people. Y'all used to have slaves. What the fuck are we talking about right now? Do not make me pissed off. I'm trying to let y'all go. I will wring that neck like y'all used to do our ancestors, bitch. Don't let me get piped up. Stop talking to me. Bye, babes. Make sure that rent's paid on the 1st. Don't want to see that GoFundMe. Yeah, period. Fuck you, bitch. It's not consumerism when white girls buy Gucci, Prada, Chanel, Saint Laurent, Balenciaga. But when you see a black bitch with some coin that done worked motherfucking harder than all these white bitches on this app, get paid a fraction of what they get paid, and I buy my best friend, who has been my best friend for 12 years. I told her I was gonna give her the world if she stuck beside me, and if she rocked with me, I'm gonna get her a fucking bag. I'm gonna get her a trip to the Bahamas. Yeah, I'm gonna take her to France. Fuck you. It's not consumerism when the white girls live a luxury life all the time. But the moment a black girl wanna buy something nice for her and her friends, your monkey ass got something to say? Don't play with me. You know I don't play like that. Don't get popped in that mouth talking about me. Be gone. You are dismissed. Who do you think gets paid less, has more followers, better engagement, and can actually...
So back in 2022, I was reached out to by Biz Media after posting a video about Inuyasha. They said they loved the video and asked if I was willing, if they could send me something in exchange for like doing a video. I'm like, okay, fine. So it was basically going to be like a little package with a bunch of like anime themed stuff in it, manga books, DVDs, things like that. And so I agreed to do it. When I received the package, there was a list inside of a bunch of things on the checklist that I had to do, like literally deadlines and things like that. And certain ways that I had to record the video, certain things that I had to say, basically a script and everything. And I was about to do the video, and then I looked it up to see if anybody else was doing the same thing as me. And because I was not getting paid, I looked it up, and there was a white content creator who had significantly less followers than me. He had 30,000 followers around the time. I remember that. He had 30,000 followers, and I had well over 100,000 followers. I had closer to 150,000. He ended up, in his video, he said, this is a paid advertisement from Viz Media. And I was like, why would they pay him when he has way less engagement, way less followers, but they want me to do it for free? And I have way more than him. I didn't know that at the time this is common practice. And it didn't make sense to me because Viz Media literally is a production company for most animes that we can think of. And they are owned by another company that is a multi-billion-dollar company. So why would they ask me to do that for free? I didn't realize that this was common practice. Ask the black content creators to do it for free. Pay them an exposure and get them to work for free. This is common practice. And so now it's just, it is what it is. Like, I don't know. I'm not with an agency. I don't have a manager. I'm not with any of these things. And if I don't know it, then I just don't know it.
App. A lot of black people on this app, a lot of black creators get shitted on. When have you ever seen us?
So I don't have a huge following by any means, but I do study content creators for my PhD. And I think that I've noticed is that when we think of online image, we don't realize how important this is in forms of content creators. Like, yes, we have a bunch of black creators who have large followings on platforms, but the bulk of their money is actually going to come from advertisements and brand deals. And much like we've seen in celebrity culture, the people that are the most marketable are often thin, white, and like fit within society's conventions of beauty. And I think Fanita, has obviously rejected every like standard or convention that we see when we think of success or beauty. And I think she definitely owns that, which is empowering in itself. But going back to the idea of being a content creator and brand deals and advertisements being a bulk of your money, like even when we think of like the classic influencer, we think of someone who looks like Alex Earl. She fits into the convention of beauty, even if she's doing things that are seen as less beautiful or talking about things in like a disgusting way or like whatever her content is. I'm not super familiar. And we also had people like Victoria Paris come forward and actually talk about making more money and having more opportunities than like black or brown creators on the app. And I think the problem is actually rooted in like our society, which feels obvious. But if we think about the types of media that we see every day and we consume, we're always thrown this idea that thin is better, light is better, fair skin is better, and that darkness or darker skin is just not valued as much as lighter skin. Influencers and content creators are always going to be judged in the form of numbers. How many followers do you have? And for the content creators, it's how much money am I able to make by doing what I do? And for the brands, it's can you sell our product? Like, and in order to sell clothing or makeup, they're going to obviously put higher than black and brown creators, white and thin content creators. So I think it's basically not possible to deny this experience that black creators have on platforms. In order to make a career from content creation, there are certain things that I feel like content creators have to do and certain boxes that they have to check and fill. And so, yeah, I feel like what Fanita is saying is completely true. Just from what I've observed, though.
App. She was like, Fanita's proximity to whiteness is why she has all her success. And now it's like, Fanita's always...
Okay, y'all go back and watch Fanita's video to get context. But honestly, I personally think that two things can be true at once. There's a lot of nuance within this conversation, and we should talk about it. First, we need to understand Fanita's archetype of black woman. She is the token black girl. She is the black girl that can go into white spaces. She is the black girl that can go hang out with the white friends and nobody really bats an eye. So I went to a mixed race school, middle school, high school, and then in my college early days, I went to a PWI. And I have been very close to token black women, or token black girls. I am not one because I'm very mouthy, but I understand the stuff that they go through. In light of Gemini season, I think that this conversation is very nuanced because it brings about two-faced energy and allows you to understand how you can play two parts, or you can be a two-faced ass person. And I'm not saying two-faced is a bad thing, because sometimes you have to be two-faced. Geminis and Pisces, Libras, they understand this to a T. Another fact about me, I'm a Libra rising, so clock this T. But like I said, I'm not saying two-faced in a derogatory way. I'm just saying it's a way of life. But in order for you to have certain access to certain things and certain lifestyles and certain luxuries, you have to develop this part of your personality that's digestible. You can even call this people pleasing if you like, but honestly, it's not it's not the true you. And having to develop this two-faced energy / people pleasing energy, when you go into these spaces, you develop this certain type of disassociation because you experience microaggressions all day, every day when having to be in those spaces, pretty much. You have to deal with the sly comments. You have to deal with the over-sexualization of you. People, their parents looking at you crazy when you come over the house. It's like the little itty-bitty things that you think wouldn't play a big deal and how it affects your personality. You learn to, like, not really pay attention to it. Because if you are the token black girl that constantly calls it out every time a microaggression happens, you become hard to deal with. You become the friend that they don't call when they want to hang out. Especially about the overly sexualization part, Fanita has, in her earlier video, she has over-sexualized herself, and so has white men. But that's another topic for another day. So from my understanding and the outside looking in, Fanita is in the portion of her token black girl journey where she starts to understand that she is the token black girl, and that just because she is in those environments, she still is an N-word. And she's developing the part of her personality where she is becoming more vocal about the microaggressions. She's becoming more understanding of them, and she can give them vocabulary. I really wouldn't be surprised if we see her friend groups change again. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a shift in her content. It just depends on how she establishes her aesthetic, and how she comes off to people now that she is skinny. And her being used to being fat is something that I did not mention in this video, but also plays a huge part. But that's another topic for another day. But yeah, this is the makeup look from Mama. Thank you for listening.
Who you think gets paid less, has more followers, better engagement, and can actually sell products than her white clients? Yes, that's me, top dog. I'm on Asia.
Creators of color definitely have to work harder on this app. I've mentioned this story before. Let's run it back though, because the minimum requirement to promote on TikTok Shop is now 1,000 followers. Now, I say all this to say, even though you only have 1,000 followers, you know your worth, you know your creativity, you know what you can do. Do not let these companies lowball you. They will make you work harder because of what you look like and your following. For example, a lot of these people are lazy, so they like to put you in group chats or group emails. I had previously been messaging one company one-on-one, but then they put us all in a group email. They put their requirements in there, and a young lady that was not black responded and said, "This is not what we agreed to, and I'm not doing that," straight up. She then sent a second email that we could all see because we were all in the email chain, and said, "Message me individually." Mind you, when I first received the first email, I told them to message me individually because ain't no way we about to sit here and negotiate with all these people. They kept messaging in the chain. But somehow, her and the other person, they did talk one-on-one. And she ended up responding to the group chat, telling us on accident what they were paying her and what they were providing her with. Mind you, she had less followers than me. She's only promoted a couple of products on TikTok. But because she had the style and the look, they were going to pay her. So once me and the person went one-on-one, I asked her the very same thing. Why they told me no? So I immediately said, okay, cool, I'm done with it. There will be a lot of companies just like that. Don't feel like it's your last collab. They're going to be judging you from the beginning. And like I said, you know your worth. Just because you're starting out, do not let them take advantage of you. And that's all I'm saying. Even if you gotta go search what was previously done for this product, do it. You can tell what somebody has received and what work they put in.
To get a fraction of the money the white girls get.
Bring it in, bring it in. As a creator manager who dedicated a year to exclusively represent Black creators, I have something to say. Are we held as Black creators off the bat in the same regard as our white creators? Absolutely not. But is race the sole attributing factor to that discrepancy in pay? Absolutely not again. As someone who's built a multiple six-figure business advocating for and securing high-ticket brand deals for said minority talent, in which they're generally, like more often than not, the highest paid in the entire campaign by a multiple, the audits I performed and the conversations that I engage with show me that 9 times out of 10, the problem is also how either the creator and or their management is handling and navigating these conversations when the opportunities to collaborate with the brand arise, and how they're proceeding throughout the entire negotiation. Sometimes you cannot bring water out of a rock, but in the instances when you can, my skill sets and experiences have shown me that we can open the floodgates, and I'd like to show you how to do the same. This video is attached to a playlist of creator advice that I've given in the past, but due to the nuanced approach you ought to be utilizing deal to deal because no two deals are the same, the bulk of my strategy will not be found online. So if you're a creator who regularly engages in brand deals, whether as UGC or as a creator with more than 50,000 followers, I'll be offering one-on-one coaching in addition to creator management for those of you who'd like to take your business into your own hands with full legal support. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I'd love to get in touch so that we can run an audit, begin working towards perfecting your negotiation skills, and ultimately develop a mindset that can allow you to exponentially multiply your income as a creator. It's a first come, first served basis, so drop me an email.
Less than her white clients, that I have more followers and better engagement.
I've never been one to speak out on my experiences as a creator when it comes to business, and also when it comes to what I have here on TikTok, because I never want to come off as ungrateful for the platform that I have, how my face has been seen by almost 900 million people total. I recognize that there is a lot of privilege with that, right? But it is hard just knowing how hard you have to work as a Black creator to get any amount of actual recognition for what you do. If we're just speaking of matter of fact, my engagement has never matched my follower count. I'm consistent, I'm always driving up my quality, and I'm always trying to provide good content of value into the world. It does get to me a little bit sometimes that my channel overall has more views than some big YouTube channels with millions of followers, but I never have anything to show for that, and I'm constantly.
Who do you think gets paid less, has more followers, better engagement?
Since Benita woke it up, let's talk about it. I have a lot to say. I will never forget the time a major tech company like Apple reached out to me for a video and offered me $200. Meanwhile, I was accidentally CC'd on an email to Emily, and she was offered $3K and a free product. This was for a college campaign. And for the people that don't know me, I'm Camden Elijah. If you've watched any videos about high school or college advice, you've probably seen me before. I'm pretty certified in this niche, and last summer I really took over. I had multiple videos, 100 up to 500,000 views giving college advice. Meanwhile, Emily's account was based on doing makeup, and she had 2 Get Ready With Me's up about her freshman year experience, and they had only had 50K views. Choosing Emily with 10,000 followers over me with 20K, and this is my niche, was so disrespectful, it turned me completely off. And it's like, why as a black creator do I always have to negotiate upwards? Meanwhile, you start them off so high that they don't even have to go through negotiations with you. It got so bad that I would really start to internalize what these companies said I was worth. And a major coffee company reached out to me for a video, and I told them $300 just because I really needed the money. And the manager separately emailed me and was like, hey, Camden, the budget for this is $1,500. Please reply back in the main thread with a higher offer. That taught me don't be desperate, and there's just going to be a lot of brands that you're going to have to turn down because they're not talking money. And money is what pays bills. Not a free product and not affiliate marketing. And you can really do your big one by going to work with one of their competitors like what I'm doing. Campaign coming soon next month. Moral of the story is you need to know your worth as a person and a creator and add text to it. If that means adding a 0 to whatever price you think you should say, then do that. Because being a black creator is going to be very difficult, but you can make it work. Never said it was going to be fair, and it may never be because racism is everywhere.
Oh, it's not consumerism when white girls buy Gucci, Prada, Chanel, Saint.
I'm so glad Fanita brought this up and is talking about it. It's absolutely important and it's needed to be said. I'm a social media specialist. I've been working as a social media specialist for 4 years. And that means I'm either in-house or at a mom and pop shop. Either way, I'm the one who's doing the posting, the content creation, analytic checking. I'm the one who's making sure that the engagements are where they're supposed to be. You're not talking to a hotel or a celebrity. You're talking to me, okay? I don't know why people don't get that. It's not the Smart House from Disney Channel. It's a person, okay? With all of that being said, over the last 4 years of me being a social media specialist, do you know how many influencers who are black, I was given a green light to reach out to? Two. And I'm finding them. I'm finding influencers left and right, people who are reaching out. I'm like, oh, look, she's pretty. Oh, look, she's funny. Oh, look, he has a lot of engagement. We should be reaching out to them. And these companies, oh, I don't know. These companies don't know a lot of fucking shit is what I know. But what they do know is that they can get away with giving black people unfair pay wages and unfair benefits because they're not talking about it and the conversations aren't being had. And while, yes, I'm glad we're talking about it here on TikTok, we also need to be able to have these conversations outside of this bubble. If you can't have this conversation with your friends and because it's uncomfortable, then you might need to circle your wagons and really see who's there for you and who's not. And from there, evaluate where you need to start over.
You think gets paid less, has more followers, better engagement, and can actually sell.
I am so glad we're finally having this conversation. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm the Toxic King. I have blown up multiple platforms across multiple social media sites. I've shown brands over the years how I've maintained hundreds of thousands of active and engaged followers across these different platforms. How my clothing brand last year sold 6 figures. But they will still lowball you just because they prefer a look over anything of substance, over actual engagement, over having a command over your audience. And that's why I realized we got to stop going out to these brands. We have to start supporting one another. Right now, I'm working on an initiative where I want to get some big content creators together so we can create a network and start teaching other content creators how to put forth quality, authentic content at high value. We already on TikTok Shop promoting other people's products. Let's promote one another. Using social media to help one another generate cash flow and then spending that money amongst us and not on these big brands that don't even want to pay us for our work. I spent the last couple years blowing up YouTube, blowing up TikTok, blowing up Instagram, and I'm going to show all y'all how to do it for free. I am not putting any price tags on this shit. But we need to come together as a community and make these brands irrelevant And this doesn't just stop at our social media brands, clothing brands. I'm talking all types of entertainment. It's time for us to start networking and make these people who want to come in and pay pennies to reap hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars off of our labor. It's about making them completely irrelevant. Getting these weirdos that like to take advantage of different creators wanting to thrive or make it in their industry. We can focus up, use our own attention to support one another. Get these weirdos out of here and start something by the people for ourselves. Because we already see how they're willing to lowball us. But doing it for one another, we're not going to lowball ourselves.
Is paid less, has more followers, better engagement, and can actually sell his product.
So, hi everybody, Fiverr here. I just wanted to say, if you haven't seen that video, go back and watch it. That's why I stitched it. I just have a question. I have a question. I want everybody to say the thing about black or brown creator on TikTok. What is something that is distinctive about being a black or brown creator on TikTok? I have specifically, you can support and promote pro-blackness on TikTok as long as you are not black. That has been something I've observed on TikTok. Tell me, what about you? What have you noticed about being black and brown on TikTok?
So this is all I got from this, and I am not sure somebody I don't think it's okay for somebody to come out to tell Fanida, girl, like, I love you, but you stay hating on the word. No, this young lady has really been working her butt off. If you know Fanida, she is a huge content creator, like a black content creator on TikTok, and she is really doing amazingly great for herself. And I love how she worked on herself because, it's a whole lot of job. Like she said, content creating is her whole life. Like, that is what she does for a living and all that. And she's doing really great on it. And the fact that people are still going to see you working so hard and also want to probably make you feel like you are not working at all and the rest of it. Fanida has really created, I don't know how to say, but she has really created her own brand. She has like 2.3 million followers on TikTok and almost 190 million likes so far. And she has been digging it out. And colored people are calling her out that that she is progressing because she kind of like her proximity to whiteness. And mind you, I don't think this is proximity to whiteness. She has been in this business and she knows how to navigate through it. And some people may be proximity to whiteness and still not be able to scale through and all that. But I don't think the case is hers. Like hers is is the same. She put in a lot of effort and all that, and that is also the reason why she is also saying that they really do not understand how hard Black people work. Especially content creators like her to get to where they are, or like to get some certain things, because it doesn't come by easily. You all already know how it happens. Most times Black person really have to work extremely hard to get to a white person's how do I say that? To get to their own level, for them, that level isn't kind of open for them. But for a Black person, you really have to work a lot hard. And from the explanation, every other person also said, trying to work as a content creator, and they are sending you offer, and probably this offer they sent to you, probably they are pricing you for $300, and maybe the white counterparts are getting like $3,000, and probably you might have more followers, or probably your content is more solid than them, but then it is what it is. I don't think if it's a new thing. It's something that a lot of people have also said. I remember what's her name again? I just forgot her name, but she is an actress. I think is it pay some she's an actress, she's a black actress, you know. She said, like, you know, a lot of people see her and they are like, I mean, you are, but she has to work extremely hard to be recognized and to make money. I mean, like, you know, what she pay, what they pay Taraji, sorry, yeah, it's Taraji that I was thinking, Pehenson, right? That she has to work extremely hard to, like, you know, match to her white counterparts energy. I mean, like, match to their own destiny. I mean, like, you know, that it's a whole lot of work, and that if you go around and before, it's very rare to see, like, you know, black people getting the full recognition and all that. But it's always like, it's so, yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but the main thing is, like, it is easier for them than black people. And so I think people should I mean, when you see a content creator, most especially doing great for herself, or a black woman working so hard to, like, you know, to get to where she is and all that, I think it is very wrong to start telling them probably it's because, like, you know, her proximity to blackness, whiteness and all that that got her, and why is she hating on black and white people. Like, you heard her best friend is white, and she said, like, she really loved them so much, and there is nothing like proximity to anything. That if there is anything she owes or anything she has been able to achieve so far, was because she worked so hard to get there and all that. So we really can do better. And I don't think, I mean, black people or black women working, like, you know, really so hard to get to their level, it's to get to, I mean, to be able to match their white counterpart is a new thing. It's something, I don't think it's new. It's not something new, because I have really seen a lot of people, like, you know, black people training people. You know, you can imagine being, I mean, a manager, or you are training people, right? You train people and you end up, I mean, they end up earning better than you do. I mean, the person that trained them is not earning as well as, I mean, what they are, as huge as they are, right? So I don't think if it's not a new thing, but some people, if it's something new to you, or I'm sure most of you have encountered that or have had that experiences and all that, why not? Feel free to let me know. So this is all I got. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.